News at 7. Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation reiterates commitment to transparency and accountability as EFCC probes personnel. And FCT Minister receives members of his alma mater, pledges support. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the evening news on NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station. My name is Aisha Oba Ali. The Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation has distanced itself from the ongoing investigation by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, involving personal assistant to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Andre Tohile Uchi, bordering on allegations of corruption, bribery, and money laundering. A statement by the Director Information and Public Relations to the Government of the Federation, Shegu Imohesan, states categorically that the office leadership is not in any way involved in the alleged misconduct, as it has always maintained a strong commitment to transparency, accountability, and integrity. The statement recognizes the efforts of the EFCC on this matter to ensure that those found culpable are held accountable, but however urges the public not to speculate or draw conclusions as investigations are still ongoing. The Office of the SGF appreciates the understanding and support of the public on this matter. Meanwhile, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has pledged to support his alma mater, the University of Port Harcourt, in ensuring a conducive learning environment at the institution. The minister made this pledge when he received members of the university's governing council who paid him a thank you visit at his official residence in Life Camp. Onezo Yakubu report that the minister also hosted victims of demolished houses in Gishuri community. And that will come up in our subsequent bulletin. Continued quest for knowledge in Islam is regarded as a core fundamental ingredient for worship and survival in this life and in the hereafter. This religious truism was reiterated during the official launch and public presentation of the book Ethics and Morality in Islam, a compilation of Al-Mustafiya Society Ramadan Tafsir. Abdullah Jia has more from the review of the book.
Allahu Akbar.
The 229-page book, written in chapters and simple language for effective communication for all human beings, individuals, scholars, academia, students, and society, talks about general life principles in accordance with the dictates of Islamic rulings and guidance. The book reviewer, Professor Lukman Zakaria, says the book shares issues such as corruption, moral decadence, among others.
The author has done justice to trace all
what you need. Inshallah, the ready-made answer is there for you. What is left to you is just to make sure that you read it.
The author, who has been consistent with writing, shares the inspiration behind putting ink to paper.
We have a lot of people that are not here to listen to, and many of them are elites.
And Islamic scholars.
Our children have been carried away by social media saga, taking culture that is not just un-Islamic, but not Nigerian culture. And this book has come to address these issues.
Proceeds from the sale of the book is expected to be used for the building of Al-Mustafiya Islamic Center in Zuba. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
In a related development, renowned Islamic scholars, community leaders, and concerned citizens came together focusing on pressing societal issues, with a special emphasis on the importance of unity of purpose. Aisha Bashir reported that this was at the Istajabat Islamic Foundation annual Ramadan lecture in Abuja.
Ramadan to have reward from Almighty Allah.
The essence of this program is that we came here to receive lecture and to give us the lecture about this month of Ramadan, to know the purpose of this month, to know the achievements that is in this month, to know the rewards that is in this month.
Furthermore, the lecturer stressed that this government to implement impactful policies that will improve the fortunes of Nigerians.
The path to peace, tolerance, and unity in the country is by strengthening bond of understanding the diversity of religion and tolerate one another. This is the position of Christian and Islamic clerics during an interfaith Ramadan iftar at the Al-Habibiyya Mosque, Abuja, where the religious leaders came together to share.
These among us will settle it on the dining table, and that is the essence of today's iftar, to discuss among ourselves what are the things that bind us together and how do we understand the things that does not unite us.
So that we can all see each other as one. So this thing is nothing new, but it's just something that is important.
That we are uniting, and may God continue to unite us in this country.
The Al-Habibiyya interfaith engagement created more trust and understanding to coexist in one nation bound in peace and unity.
In the studio, Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Of University of Port Harcourt. Let's now join Onoze Yakubu for that report.
It is a thank you and congratulatory visit to one of the alumni of the university, leader of the team and pro-chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Senator Mao Habunwa, hence the need to solicit support from one of the institution's alumni to build a multimedia center.
So we as an institution, we have identified you as a great alumnus of this great university. Not only that, when you were the governor of River State, you performed beyond expectation, and the records are there. And again, you identify with the institution. At that time, you built a world-class convocation arena that is, I can proudly say, that is the best in Nigeria, even in the South region today. We are telling this is evident, it's clear, and it's there for everybody to see. We've been able to use it in our last convocation, and we're also going to use it this year, and we'll showcase that arena and also showcase you as a person.
FCT Minister Yesen Wike, while reiterating his willingness to support his alma mater, calls on other public-spirited individuals to do same by giving back to the university.
Those of us who were students that God has helped to put us somewhere should also say, look, this university that produced me, this is my own contribution for the growth of that university. It's very key, very, very key for us to do that. Can give good land here to build your center. For me, my wife, and my friends, I will provide the multimedia center you have asked.
In another development, the minister also played host to victims of the demolished houses.
I've taken every step to make sure at least we all work together. But I cannot go and sleep. I have a job to do. For me to be given excuses.
He, however, reveals that he will visit the settlement site on Wednesday to see things for himself for better action. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Let's now join our sports desk for Sport Brief.
Ahead of Friday and Tuesday FIFA World Cup qualifiers between Nigeria's Super Eagles and Rwanda and Nigeria and Zimbabwe, Super Eagles camp in Kigali opens with Galatasaray hitman Victor Osimhen and Bruno Onyemachi among the forced to hit camp preparatory to the all-important clash. Coach Eric Chelle and his assistants were on ground to receive the players. Nigeria, who are currently 5th in Group C, will be targeting maximum 6 points in the 2 games to keep hope of qualifying alive. Still on football, Nasarawa United picked a Premier Football League. The result was not enough for the solid miners to move out of the relegation zone. Lobby Stars' relegation pain continues after losing 1-0 to Bayelsa United. 4th place Ikorodu City settled for a 2-2 draw with Eimba. League leaders Remo Stars continued their dominance with a 2-0 home victory over Heartland of Owerri. El Kanemi Warriors in Maiduguri lost at home to visiting Rivers United.
Newcastle United's day for 2025 is going to share the duties with Kieran Trippier. Newcastle United.
Elsewhere, Newcastle United are the English Football League Cup champions after a superlative performance against Liverpool that produced a 2-1 result in the final on Sunday. The Magpies, who last won a major trophy in 1969, are still basking in the euphoria of the historic feat that will now earn them a place in the Europa Conference League next season. With Sports Brief, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
The camp in Kigali. And that's how we conclude the English version of the news. Please stay tuned for translations. I am Aisha Ubali. Good evening.
Port Harcourt ba zanzalo ontna ashiti oneze yakubu wale sheba wobe na bedai wangenge minisa we dade na sai nwe gwogbodgun ayepe zampenya asa mbe be wasamberika chiche bubabubuya no owopua nkodnilo no live campaign nanu yejie kwen jigba azanu ababa apia ayiga gishiri babe fi no abaye onkunsun minister yi yekpebwa non sela koji yekpenu onkoba u oza shi woba visho koyi nwu kwenba ba oza ji onyize jesun efi koyi la wonwa impe makanyi Abdullahi Adia wagage ayan na ye ka osa na ye na apache no ntuko no ayaba ntukotu no alu amana jimbo da selanya no bedogun sulaya ka antugotu no azimi saibo abo babo wole lainu saisu
Igbo gbanya wuzekwala ọzọ n'oge akụkọ ụwa nwoke afọ Chisombo na nkabali a ụlọ ọrụ odeakwụkwọ ọchịala anyị si na aka ha adịghara nyocha ụlọ ọrụ ukwu ala anyị na-ahụ maka nrụrụ aka ego akpọrọ n'okwu nkenke EFCC na-enyocha onye enyemaka odeakwụkwọ ala anyị Andrew Toshile Uche bụ nke gụnyere nrụrụ aka iri ngarị na-ekwu na ụlọ ọrụ EFCC na-arụ dị mma iji hụ na anwụchiri ndị aka ha dị na agwa ọjọọ a ma rịọ ọhaneze ka ha kwụsị ime mkpebi n'ihi ihe metụtara okwu a n'ihi na a ka na-eme nnyocha maka ya ma kelee ọhaneze maka nghọta na nkwado ha n'ihi okwu a. Onye ọchị na-elekọta ọchịchị obodo a bụ FCT Nyesom Wike ekwela nkwa ịkwado ụlọ akwụkwọ mahadum o jere ya bụ mahadum Port Harcourt ịhụ na ha nwetara ogige ọmụmụ akwụkwọ na nkụzi dị mma. Onye ọchịchị a kwere nkwa n'oge ọ na-anabata ndị ndu nke ụlọ akwụkwọ mahadum a bụ ndị dị agha njem imeela n'ebe obi ya dị na Life Camp ebe onye isi nke ndị isi ụlọ akwụkwọ omeiwu ma ụwa bụ nwa kọwara site anabata ndị a kwatụrụ ụlọ ha n'obodo Gishiri ebe ha kpara ụka ịkwụ ụgwọ itinye aka n'obi na ihe ndị ọzọ. Ịmatakwu ihe ọma nke Islam ka a na-ahụta dịka otu n'ime ihe a chọrọ maka ofufe nakwa ibi ndụ ugbu a nakwa n'ọdịnihu. Abụlaghachi onye ọwaanyị kọwara n'akụkọ a na mere ka nke a pụta ihe n'oge a na-egosi ọhaneze akwụkwọ ọgụgụ akpọrọ agwa na omume dị mma na Islam, bụ nke ndị otu akpọrọ Al-Mustafitia Society Ramadan Tasfir jikọrọ aka dee, ebe ndị kwuru okwu n'oge a kwuru na akwụkwọ a ga-enye aka kwalite akparamagwa ndị mmadụ na ịhụnanya nke ọdịnala anyị karịsịa n'ebe ụmụaka nọ. Ka jide ya otu a ebe ọnụchi ndewo.
ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí gbọ́n láti lè ṣe amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún l'Àbújá. Ọlọ́run ká adé nìjì ní oníròyìn. Iléeṣẹ́ akọ̀wé àgbà